Well, students, once again, welcome back to English series. We have been navigating through various concepts which are related to your subject. And today also, we shall see one of the most important topic that is earmarked for you. We have different sentences in English. Let me begin with a simple question. What is a sentence? A sentence in English is a group of words that expresses a complete and meaningful thought. Here you should note every sentence should be complete as well as meaningful. It contains a subject, that is, what or who the sentence is about, and a predicate, that is, what is said about the subject, including a verb. A sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with an appropriate punctuation, such as a period, that is, full stop, or a question mark, or sometimes an exclamation mark. It can convey statements, questions, commands, or exclamations. For example, you speak English, where you is the subject and speak English is the predicate. Sentences can vary in length and complexity, but must present a complete idea to be considered as a full sentence. What are the different types of sentences in English? Different types of sentences in English exist to serve the various purposes of communication and to make a language expressive and clear. Each sentence plays a distinct role. There are primarily four types of sentences in English based on their function. Number one, declarative sentences. Declarative sentences. These sentences make statements or provide facts, information, and end with a period. Period is a full stop. They are the most common sentence used to express facts, observations, opinions, and to present statistics. They have the word order, subject, plus verb, plus object. I'll give you a few examples like Richie ate chocolate covered with almonds, or sun rises in the east, or it rained all night, or the giraffe has a long neck. So, declarative sentences make statements. Just remember, they make statements or provide information. And also, it ends with a period, that is, full stop. Secondly, interrogative sentences. These sentences ask questions and end with a question mark. There are two types under this category. Number one is yes, no questions. Example, can I go to Delhi this summer? And another is they start with double H questions like who, what, when, why, how. Usually, students, please remember, whenever we use who, it refers to a person. Whenever we use which, it related to choice. Whenever we go for where, it indicates place. Whose, position. What is related to object. Why is a reason. When is a time, and how shows the manner. So these are called double H questions. HO also included in this. So interrogation is questioning. So it should end with questions, question mark. Thirdly, imperative sentences. Imperative sentence contains command or requests. I repeat, they contain commands or requests. They usually have an implied subject, that is you, and end with a period or exclamation point. Example, go to school. That means you go to school. Open the door. That means it is indicated that you should open the door. Take care of yourself. Or give water means please give me water. Sentences that begin with let also comes under these imperative sentences. Example, let's start working. Let's get set of new curtains for the house. Or else, let's sing together. So let also is under this imperative sentence. Fourthly, it is exclamatory sentences. Students, these express strong feelings, emotions, admiration, or pity, or sometimes surprise or pain. And all these exclamatory sentences end with an exclamation mark. Example, that is an unusual color. After color, you have to put exclamatory mark. How happy I am here to be. What a wonderful performance. Your story is so exciting. I'm really disheartened to hear such a sad news. May God bless you. Also comes under this exclamatory sentence. Friends, additionally, sentences can also be classified by structure into a simple, compound, complex, and compound complex sentences. Before that, let me give you a simple clarity on what is a clause and a phrase, because you come across these concepts under this simple, compound, compound complex sentences. So a phrase is a group of words which acts as a unit of meaning, but does not contain a subject verb. It functions as a single grammatical component with a sentence. I'll furnish some examples of this phrase. My brother's friend. So it does not convey any meaning to the full meaning, complete meaning. The bus to the college as fast as possible. On the other hand, a clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a verb. That means a predicate. And functions as a part of sentence or sometimes as a complete sentence on its own. In English grammar, clauses can be independent, that is main clause, that expresses a complete thought and can stand alone. Or a dependent clause is also called subordinate clause that cannot stand alone and depend on an independent class for meaning. I'll give an example like I missed the bus to college, or Rayan sings beautifully. The main type of class in English with simple examples are independent or main class. It can stand alone as a complete sentence because it expresses a complete and a full thought. She laughed. You can understand. And dependent or subordinate class. It cannot stand alone and depends on independent class to complete the meaning. Example, although she was tired. What happened when she was tired? Although she was tired, it does not convey any meaning. So it has to depend on the independent class. In addition to that, we have noun clauses acts as a noun within the sentence, that is subject, object, or complement. What you said surprised me. Example. In the same way, we have adjectival clauses, that is relative clauses, describes a noun or a pronoun usually introduced by who or which or that. Example, the car that he brought, he is fast. In the same manner, we have adverbial clauses, modifies the verb, adjective or adverb and tells when, where, why or how something happens. Example, because it was late, we left. That's why, because it was late, comma, we left. And there are conditional clauses too, which expresses a condition for something to happen. So, example, if you try hard, you will succeed. If is a condition here. These clauses combine to build various sentences, structures for effective communication. Now, I'll come to simple sentences. A simple sentence contains one independent class. Example, she runs daily. It is a habit, habitual situation. Secondly, it is compound sentences. Contains two or more independent clauses joined by coordinating conjunctions like for and not, but, or, yet, so. She plays piano and he sings. That's why she plays piano, comma, and he sings. In that way, we write when we write it. Coming to complex sentences contain one independent clause and one or more dependent clauses connected to subordinate conjunctions like because, although. She stayed home, example, she stayed home because it was raining. Fourthly, it is compound complex sentences. These sentences contain two or more independent clauses and at least one dependent clause. I'll give an example like she went home because it was late, but he stayed to finish the project. In this way, we have different types of sentences in English. Furthermore, I wish to give you some information regarding punctuation in English. Punctuation is crucial in English because it clarifies meanings, guides readers on how to interpret sentences, and ensure clear communication. This punctuation comes mostly when you write something. So, in writing, you should be very, very careful where this punctuation has to be made or punctuation has to be done. Without punctuation, dear friends, remember that writing can become confusing or misleading, significantly altering the intended meaning. As you are well aware, the common punctuation marks like period, in English we call it as period, that is full stop. The function of period is to end sentences. Number two, comma. Comma separates items and clauses. Most of the common problems or issues, mistakes do come when we don't use commas. Next one is question mark. Question mark ends with a direct questions. After each question, you have to put the question mark. Next comes exclamation mark or exclamation point. It indicates strong emotions, feelings, or the sadness or anything that you express. Quotation marks indicate speech or you when you quote somebody. When somebody's words are being repeated, we make use of these quotation marks. Next one is colon. Colon introduces lists or explanations. In the same manner, there is another cousin of this colon is semicolon. It links related independent clauses. Mostly it comes under your compound complex sentences. And finally, it is apostrophe, shows the possessions or forms contractions. I'll give you some examples, funny examples. Most of the time, we make it as the simple example that we always get is that let's eat grandma. Let's eat grandma. In fact, it should be let's eat, comma, grandma. You can't eat your grandma. In the same manner, when I arrived, he left. Or else, when I arrived, I left. Sometimes we use the sentence, when I arrived, I left. So, when I arrived, comma, he left. In the same way, I love cooking, my family and pets. But there should be commas. Remember that I love cooking, comma, my family and pets. You can't cook your family. Somebody shouted, it seems, help a thief. It's not helping a thief. Help, comma, a thief. My favorite fruits are apples, mangoes, and bananas. In columns, you'll get it. My favorite fruits are apples, comma, mangoes, comma, and bananas. He asked me where I was going. He asked me where I was going. After that, you have to put a question mark compulsorily. So, students, today we try to see what are the different types of sentences and the various types of sentences could be